Hello, Steve. Hello, Jill. It's time to game classy.
Sweet. So did you see Big Hero 6?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Totally go see it. It was probably one of the better cartoons I've seen, like, from Disney at least. I mean, and I like Disney movies. You know, I watch a lot of them with Penny, but it was like, and it was one of the better Marvel movies too. Because it didn't have that forced third act that all Marvel movies do, where it's like, oh, now we got to fight the big bad guy, and it's just a big punching fight for like 6 hours. I mean, it's still that, but it was actually much more organic as opposed to like this really forced fight where Jeff Bridges shows up in a giant suit of armor.
Jeff Bridges was bald in that movie.
He was.
The Ironmonger.
It was, oh God. Speaking of which, me and Kevin are doing a podcast again. We're gonna. Kevin,
Are you just gonna blow each other on the air?
Yeah, pretty much. No, we're gonna. It's a limited podcast, so it's kind of like a mini series, so to speak. But we're gonna cover the Marvel movies, from Iron Man to Big Hero 6. Where we're just gonna, once a week. Not once a week, but like once a month. We're just gonna cover one movie and go on from there once every 2 weeks. I don't know. We haven't decided on that part.
Like the ones that have already come out.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and we're gonna do like a deep, in-depth analysis on the movies and that sort of thing.
So you'll be able to add your 2 cents into 2 things that have been endlessly discussed.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just something fun that we wanted to do for the hell of it. Put it on the Planet Arbitrary site, because we've been wanting to do another podcast. We just haven't figured out what we wanted to do. So.
I'm telling you, just blow each other on air.
Yeah, I mean, people can only take so much.
I mean, you could do it quietly. Just like occasionally hear like, no teeth.
Ew, it's like Glavin. All right. So before we get into gaming stuff, I have to make, I think, 3 complaints today. Three things that I want to get off my chest. Number one, has to deal with my wife, and my daughter in a lot of ways. When you were a kid, were you pretty anal retentive about your toys?
You mean like not breaking them and stuff?
Yeah, or like if you took them somewhere, you had to make sure that it came back with you. Yeah. My wife, she doesn't fucking care. Like I bought Penny like a Captain America figure, like a bunch of Marvel characters, because she likes the Marvel cartoon, Superhero Squad or whatever it is. And so I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, I want to take them over to my cousin's house. I'm like, fine. And I look at my wife and I say, do not let her leave them there, because I am super anal retentive about that. Like when I was a kid, my cousins would steal my shit all the time, and I'd have to go back to their house and get it back, and so on and so forth. And sure enough, I come home and I'm like, did she bring home all the toys? No, she left Captain America over at her cousin's house. I'm like, God damn it, Diana. Like, you don't understand how much it just tears me up inside when that happens. I know, it's me being super anal about it, but
it's funny.
It is, because it's like something that seriously bothers me, and I can't yell at my wife because she'll be like, it's just a fucking toy. I'm like, it's more than that.
Idiot.
You don't know what the toy represents. Anyway.
He represents the stars and stripes.
Yeah, he does. It's when you see no. Well, I don't know what the Captain America thing is. And the second thing is that we're recording pretty late on a Sunday. Listen, guys, I know you like the podcast and everything like that. I'll put up the fucking podcast when I put up the fucking podcast. Like for the last 2 or 3 casts, it's always been like, so is the podcast going to come up today? Is it going to be late? Is it going to be what? I'm like, no, it'll fucking come up when it comes up. Just chill with it. And also, Steve, thank you for making it at noon on a Sunday that we're recording, because I had to drive through the worst church lane traffic I've ever driven through in my life.
Yes.
Oh, so
Feel
bad.
the wrath of the pious.
Oh God! And the worst thing about church, well, it's church traffic because they all got.
The worst thing about church is just everything.
Well, yeah. It's churchy traffic because they're driving really slow. They're driving at speed limit, and they have a lot of Romney bumper stickers, Romney 2012 bumper stickers. So it's a little it's churchy traffic, and it wouldn't have been too bad except for the fact of my complaint number 3, which is. Steve, before I say this, why don't you give me a little bit of round of let's time to troll Pat?
I want to hear your complaints.
No,
first.
you got to do the Trolls Pat song.
See, you didn't prepare me, so I don't know if this is worthy enough for my little song.
Oh no, it is. Trust me, it is.
What time is it? It's time for that. What time is it? It's time to troll Pat.
Thank you very much. So Pat, who's been made fun of my recording equipment,
Your little dildo
my
box?
little dildo box. That
I mean, I make fun of it. It's a little dildo box.
Decided not only that he needed to use it to cover the Call of Duty release, but I heard you're doing Call of Duty this year.
No.
Yes, Pat said he saw you. He saw you playing. He saw your handle, Vagina Smasher 84.
That's a sweet handle. Vagina Smasher 84. That's like the porno version of Spy Smasher. Like, where are the reds? I know you're hiding them. There are no reds here. busts the closet door open. There's just naked ladies in like red latex. And it's like, I found the spies. Now what are we gonna do? Smash vagina.
But anyway, aside from that, so Pat had to cover duty.
I want to play duty.
I want to play the duty, which he gave great reviews, by the way. If you listen to the Pat's Retro Video Game Review podcast. Yeah, and then he decides not to return my dildo box until today, so I had to drive all the way out to, fucking St. Charles to get my fucking dildo box and drive through church traffic that way, and then drive to church traffic all the way back out to here. So
this is awesome. This is a great story.
It's a great story. Yeah.
You know what happened? You got wrecked.
I got trolled. I got Pat trolled.
Yeah, you got wrecked. Pat wrecked you.
He did. And I was like, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, dude." I go, "You're not sorry. You're a son of a bitch." No, Pat was really sorry. He's like, "I know you guys are gonna make fun of me on the podcast because of this." I'm like, "That's right, duty."
I didn't.
COD.
I didn't. I think it's great. You got wrecked. It's all upside for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy my coffee.
I'm gonna enjoy my coffee. All right, that was my 3 complaints.
Call
for
of
today.
Duty is terrible.
Yeah. Well, people who play Call of Duty are terrible.
Just everything about Call of Duty is terrible.
Guns don't kill people. That's what I always say. People with guns kill people.
Actually, bullets generally are the things that do the killing.
Yeah, but Call of Duty's not a terrible game. It's the people who play Call of Duty that are terrible.
You're just trying to defend it because Kevin Spacey's in this one.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey Simulator 2014.
That's right.
Can't wait.
Wow,
that's walking.
Yeah, it's because the last thing I saw with Kevin Spacey was him doing the walking impression.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's go on to some gaming stuff. We're already 10 minutes in. First things first. We're on last time on
already.
the podcast.
We gotta put more packing peanuts in this content.
Fucking A. Last podcast we talked about the cheating scandals with Magic, and lo and behold,
there's another cheating scandal with Magic too.
Okay, well we'll talk about that one too. But let's talk about this one first because this one's really fun. Lo and behold, that there was another cheating scandal that rocked the gaming world. The grand champion title for the game Ticket to Ride was taken back from its champion.
He had to give back the Golden Train trophy.
It was a dark day for the... You know what?
The Golden Train trophy.
It wasn't just a dark day. It was a dark day of wonder, Steve.
Chew.
Okay, so who is it? I'm looking at the Ticket to Ride World Championship, marred by irregularities in final match. Marred, sir. Okay, so if the one thing
how do you cheat in Ticket to Ride?
From what I heard he said that he kept taking his train and ramming it into other trains, claiming that he won by destroying the other person.
Well, that sounds legitimate.
That guy's name was Steve.
Yeah. I didn't give back the Golden Train, though. The Golden Train is mine.
He's like, the train's in the tunnel already. And they're like, what does that mean? He goes, you want it, you got to find out.
You want it, you come get it.
You come get it.
You son of a bitch.
I want to read this. Representing the USA, Kenneth Halfren is officially declared the 2014 Ticket to Ride World Champion. As previously announced champion, Erwin Paulson has resigned his title.
Who's Ameritrash now?
After more than 25,000 contestants played around the world, Days of Thunder gathered the 28 national champions in Issy-les-Moulineaux near Paris, France, for the final stage of the Ticket to Ride World Championship tournament.
Fuck, I want croissants.
After 3 qualifying rounds, the top 8 then played a succession of head-to-head games for quarter, semi, and championship games. Erwin Paulson appeared to have won the final match and was awarded the Golden Train trophy.
Choo-choo!
However, quickly after the event ended, contestants and Ticket to Ride fans from around the world who were able to follow the tournament live on the internet voiced concerns about the possible irregularities during the final game. Days of Wonder closely examined the final match and unfortunately found evidence of cheating during the second game of the final. Mr. Paulson has admitted to his dishonesty and agreed to hand back the title and trophy. In accordance with the official rules of blah, 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 Ticket to Ride champion, USA wins, Steve. USA. USA.
I ripped that comment right off of our Facebook page. Who's Ameritrash now? It's good stuff.
Where's Erwin Paulson from? I bet he's German with a name like Erwin.
I don't know. Paulson.
Yeah, but Germans wouldn't be known for cheating during games, do you think?
No, they're too efficient.
Yeah.
They would be known for an extraordinarily efficient play style.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, he finishes all his games very fast and he usually wins.
But he's followed second place by a Belgian and a third place by a Russian.
All right, so I want some fucking croissants. So, like, seriously.
Well, this just proves one of two things, or just one thing in general. White people fucking love train games for some odd goddamn reason that this made fucking news. I like Ticket to Ride, but it's like saying like this being like thing is like saying like the Candyland championships were marred by irregularities.
And they run Monopoly championships.
Yeah, but Monopoly is like that's a fucking thing. It's like billions of dollars. They play with like real money in the Monopoly championships.
The Monopoly championship gives you you win the exact amount that the bank starts with in Monopoly.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's some weird fucking number. It's like $27,673.
I don't know. I haven't played Monopoly in a long time. It'd be like it is 300,216 French francs.
Some francs.
It's like, what is that in euros? I don't know.
Monopoly's pretty good, but you have to actually have everyone playing by the same rules.
Well, yeah, and that's why I always imagine that a good Monopoly tournament, like if I went to the Monopoly, I think they do it in Monte Carlo too. Like I'd go there and it would be like the table from Casino Royale, like the remake of Casino, where they have like the old Asian lady and the big fat black guy and
the
like
chief, the dude that scarred his face,
scarred his face, like a fucking like guy with like an Apache headdress on. It's like every fucking stereotype you could think of, like around the table.
That's good stuff.
And then like there's like the James Bond guy who's always like the dog
Park Place.
He rolls it. Park Place. Too bad, La Sharif. Looks like you have to pay me some property tax.
It's mine.
And he's like, the blood comes down from his eye.
Like pats it with his little Kleenex. Very impressive play. Very impressive.
Bond takes all the money. He's like, looks like in real life, there's no free parking. And just walks off.
Oh, the people who play that all fines to the center and you get it after you land on free parking, they're the worst kind of people.
I know you've said that before, but I just think that is like the idea of like Bond walks off and just like ba-da, ba-da,
he's got his piece. He's got like the iron. He's like walking away with it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. He opens up a little case and puts the iron in it. There you go. Bond in Monopoly Royale.
Oh
man. McBain.
You got what's his face? Who's the guy from the CIA who's always in all the Bond movies? Oh, I can't think of him. He's played by Jeffrey Wright in the movie, but he's just like, I'm bleeding properties, Bond. The CIA is willing to back you.
Oh man, that guy's great.
Oh, why can't I think of his name?
He's got a quality beard.
He does. I like Jeffrey Wright as an actor. He was really good in Boardwalk Empire. Besides from that fact. But it's just, white people love fucking train games for some odd goddamn reason. And, like, I get it. We've talked about this with the Monopoly thing, too, is that there's a lot of money behind this. And I get why people have the incentive to cheat, but I don't know.
If you give someone the opportunity and you have money, people are going to cheat.
Yeah. And it's also...
People cheat on the kitchen table.
Yeah. But that's the thing is, like, I don't think this guy should be derided. I think he should be like... You should be like, you know what? I'm more mad at you that you got caught cheating than that you were cheating.
You lost the Golden Train Trophy.
I know.
There's no greater humiliation in gaming than losing the Golden Train Trophy.
I think on Board Game Geek, there's actually a thread where you can see video of him bedded where he gets like his ceremonial like Ticket to Ride sash taken off.
They tear it off.
His top hat ceremoniously knocked off.
They whack it off. Whappa.
And they break the Golden Train Trophy over their knee.
No, they have to give the Golden Train Trophy to the other guy. Yeah. Can't break it.
Well, I heard he was sworn in on Ticket to Ride Force 1.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, the world champion Ticket to Ride has been shot. The second place person will have to take his place.
Lee Harvey trains Walt.
Okay, this is getting stupid, but
When are we not?
oh god, I just think it's so funny because it's Ticket to fucking Ride. The game is literally designed for like 4-year-olds to play. My child can play this game and understands the rules, and she's only 3.
Yeah, I'm sure you cheat her out though.
Oh hell yeah!
Just like, no, it doesn't work that way. Give me the money.
She's all like, "Mommy, look, I got 3 cards." I'm like, "Don't show her your fucking cards." God, Penny, God, fucking casual.
Speaking of fucking casuals and cheaters, the Rookie of the Year
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah,
for
yeah.
Magic is no longer Rookie of the Year.
I heard about this as well. Yeah, because your friend won it.
Yeah,
like, didn't he?
Ray Perez.
Yeah.
he was in second place, and like this had never really happened before because someone just like they were announced Rookie of the Year. Then there was a whole bunch of people going like, "Hey, this dude's a cheater. Here's him running the Savage Cheats," and he of course denied everything. And
this is why I'm always a big fan of
lost
instant replay in any sport of gambling or gaming. You got
Well,
the
this
instant.
is also why you're not allowed to touch the decks if you go to a casino and play like Texas Hold'em. Mm-hmm. This is why, because people are good at it. They're good at manipulating decks. There's like one I saw. He's like shuffling the deck and then he throws the dice out for the first turn while like still shuffling the deck, and that's when he did his little stack because the other dude like reached for the dice.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at that.
Look at that skill.
Yeah. Well, they removed like one of the biggest things too. These
Oh wait,
guys
hold
are
on a
all-
second. The guy who did the Ticket to Ride cheating was just pulling more cards than I think he should have. That
drawing
was the whole
extra cards?
point. Yeah.
Okay. The big thing with Magic, all of these current players getting banned are, well, except for Burton Cheaty, he was just straight up running the cheats. But the other ones, they're all taking advantage of the fact that you can no longer cut your own deck when it's presented back to you. So, like, I shuffle my deck, I present it to you for a cut. You can choose to cut it, shuffle it, tap it, whatever you want. But once you give the deck back to me, all I can do is take it and put it back.
Okay.
Like, that's my deck now. I can't cut it. So these guys are all taking advantage of that fact because, like, when I pass you the deck, you stack a bunch of shit on top of it. You pass it back to me, and I'm just like, well, I didn't see you do it, obviously, but I can't cut it. I just put it down. I draw the shit you stacked on top of my deck, so it's very easy to screw someone over.
Oh, okay.
So they're all exploiting that.
Yeah.
Except for Burton Cheaty, he's just straight up drawing extra cards and like just like totally savagely cheating.
I took.
This is the second banning for that guy. he was banned for 3 years, came back, got cheating again, banned for 4 years.
Wait, but I thought he was Rookie of the Year.
No, that's Burton Cheaty.
Oh,
the
okay.
Rookie of the Year is Jared Botcher.
Okay.
Well, no longer. Oh, nice job.
Former Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, too bad he didn't have a golden train trophy to give back.
I still like the idea of the Ticket to Ride, like this, like the guy who was like taken up and dressed down, knocked his top hat off. They broke the golden train trophy.
Threw his monocle on the ground.
Yeah, stepped on it, ground it.
Fuck your monocle, bro.
Erwin, I'm willing to back you up. I'm bleeding train cars here. Why do you sound like Danny Glover? Because Joe can't do a Jeffrey Wright impression.
Danny Glover. Here comes Mel Gibson. Fuck. He busted. All right, who needs a train?
Sugar tits.
I miss Australian accent Mel Gibson.
You know, I don't know. Mel Gibson never really was like he never really did anything for me as an actor. I liked some of his movies. Mad Max 2.
That's the Road Warrior.
The Road Warrior.
Mad Max and the Road Warrior are both excellent.
Road Warrior 2.
Mad Max.
And Mad Max 2.
And then there's the Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Which is subtitled Mad Max 2.
Yeah, that's the one I really like.
That's the one with Lord Humongous.
Yeah.
Just walk away. Yeah, there's that guy.
And then in the gyrocopter pilot.
Yeah. And I really liked
Fucking feral kid.
I really liked Thunderdome until they left Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Thunderdome was awesome. I was like, yes, this movie's fucking sweet. And then they left Thunderdome and there was a steep decline in quality.
We don't need another hero. Well, I don't know what the fucking song was. But the new Mad Max looks really good. The preview I saw for it.
Yeah, the one with Tom
Hardy?
Yes, the Hardy.
Yeah,
the
there's
Hardy.
like apparently there's like 3 lines of dialogue in the entire movie, which I'm like,
That
I
sounds
am
pretty
intrigued by this. By the way, you know what I also saw this week?
That's actually pretty close to the original Mad Max. There was very little dialogue in the movie at all.
I just saw John Wick. Have you seen it yet?
I heard it was fucking awesome.
It's very, very good. The plot is like razor thin, but it's just an incredibly well directed movie and like every fight scene is just so well. See, the guy's a stunt choreographer. I think is his what he actually did. This is his first directorial movie.
Oh, so he made an awesome. So he's John Woo.
Yeah, so he just made an excellent action movie. It's like the parts in between when the action happens, it gets a little on the like you could like so okay. So
but that's not what you go see an action movie for.
Yeah,
if you're going to see an action movie for the plot.
Well, I mean the pacing.
You might have some problems.
The pacing in the movie was great, so that's why it didn't feel too bad. But sometimes when I'm watching a movie, I like look at a scene and I go, "Why is this shot?" or "Why is this scene in the movie?" And I didn't really have that many in John Wick, so I don't have that many problems with it. It's actually a very, very good movie. It's just that the plot is just like there's zero plot to it. It's a fucking revenge movie and it's excellent.
That sounds great.
I can't wait for John Wick 2. That's like
I'm surprised you're not jizzing all over Interstellar.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I don't.
That's everyone's current boner jam of the week.
I'm too damn old to go see some 3-hour fucking movie in the theater.
I was excited to about it when I heard about Interstellar. I was like, oh dude, he's doing a fucking space movie. Fuck yeah, I can't wait to see.
It's all about like metaphysics and
right,
bullshit
exactly.
Like
it's like there's no action scenes at all. It's just fucking Matthew McConaughey in space. Great. Really want to go out to the theater to see that?
I don't know. He redeemed himself completely with True Blood, so and a True Detective.
No, not 'cause I wasn't directly shitting on Matthew McConaughey. I was just like
McConaughey.
Like that's not a movie I wanted to see because I was
Would
like
it be McCagney?
No, it's McConaughey.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan directs sweet action scenes like all the Batmans have great action scenes.
No,
Inception, really good action.
But the problem with Christopher Nolan is his movies do so well. No one is there to say, Chris, you need to cut like 25 minutes out of this fucking movie.
Oh, I don't mind long movies.
Well, I don't either. If it doesn't. There's parts in like Inception and what's the one with the magic? The Prestige.
That movie's great.
Yeah, but there are parts of it where I'm just like, oh fucking hell. This movie's so fucking long. And I don't mind long movies. Like, I love fucking The Hobbit. I love, shit like that. But it's just like, I'm just like, you could cut 25 minutes out of The Dark Knight. You could cut an hour out of fucking The Dark Knight Rises.
The Battle of the Five Armies trailer, I exploded into my pants.
Well, all I have to say is, Steve, Battle of Five Armies. And you're just like, ah!
No. Like my genitals are ruined. They just popped. My pants. It's just gone.
Fun.
I've just got a mushy pile of goop now.
Mushy Pile of Goop is actually my early '90s punk band.
Is it a grunge band?
No, it's a post punk kind of rock band before pre-grunge.
When Sauron is just like, leave Sauron to me, I was like, having seizures.
All right, so
boner-related seizures.
So let's go on to some other stuff. Do you want to talk about Fantasy Flight first, or you want me to talk about some GW first?
I don't know. Talk about Games Workshop because if you're paying attention to it, you should probably talk about it. Because I don't know nothing about Games Workshop.
I don't know nothing about no Games Workshop.
I really don't. I was actually it was no more so evident last time someone was asking me about something. I'm like, I don't fucking know what this person is talking about. They're like, what do you think about this unit? And I was like, what? What is that? I guess it was one of the new Nurgle units, and they wanted me to give them feedback on like how good it is on the table, and I'm just like, I don't fucking know.
People just go to you now for like Games Workshop. They're like, hey Steve, what do you think about this new model? Because they want you to shit all over it because that's what they want. So when you're like, I think it's pretty sweet, they get really disappointed. And I think that's what.
Well, no, they were asking me, but they weren't asking me about the model specifically. They were asking me about its stats. They're like, how good did I think it would be on the tabletop? And I'm just like, fuck if I know. I don't even know what its stats are.
Well, just so you know, Games Workshop has released something new called Warhammer, the app.
Is it the Armageddon game?
No. The app.
Oh, it's just called the app?
Yeah.
Is it a $60 pocket-sized rulebook?
No.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That is redonky-lips. Ridiculous. This is just like a newsletter that they're getting, and it's free, and you get free content, which is next to nothing, but apparently it's it's just so that they can show previews and everything like that and beforehand, so that you don't have to rely on sites like Tabletop Gaming News or Bell Lost Souls to get your information, which is
Balls.
Yeah, Bulls or Fayette or any of those other guys who've been putting shit out. because not that Games Workshop is going to give you any more news. Plus, Games Workshop apparently is starting to actually give you discounts on bundle deals.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They must really be feeling the loss of the money.
Yeah. So now they're starting to do that. So who knows what's fucking going on with that. But it's just, I don't know. I played
if you buy 2 pocket-sized rule books, you can get them each for $50.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's like. It's like, hey, that Nurgle unit, that big guy that you only need 1 of, here you could buy a bundle deal, 3 of him for...
It's like, but I only ever need 1.
Yeah. But it's like, Games Workshop is not big enough, I guess, to pull that shit. Like, where they're like, well, we're not going to put anything on iTunes. We're not going to do this. We're not going to sell anything through Amazon. And it's like, but you're not like this be-all, end-all consumer, company. You're a little shitty gaming company.
Well, they used to be the only game in town when it came to minis.
Yeah.
So, like, that was a thing. That was a legit thing. They could pretty much not have to try, and people would just be, well, if they're into miniatures games, you're clearly into Warhammer, because there's fucking nothing else. And then, I guess unless you're playing Chronopia.
Hey, you watch your whore mouth.
You don't have any Chronopia figures.
I don't.
You're just a poser. You're a Chronopa poser.
I'm a Chronopa poser. God, I love that fucking model. So bad.
They're gone.
So wonderful. No, what was I going to say? You got me all thinking about Chronopia now. Make a comeback, please. I want more Black Blood figures.
Dude, get in touch with them. Run a Kickstarter.
I probably could.
Make it happen. You make it happen, Captain.
But yeah, it's just basically...
And I want a 5% finder's fee.
Okay, you do that.
I came up with the idea.
No, they want... It's basically just an app so that you can order figures more easily directly from Games Workshop, which no one does. Because it's just like, well, I'm going to pay the same amount that I pay in the store.
Well, it's going to be linked to your credit card on your phone or device. So maybe it'll be one of those things where you're like, look at the new unit, and you're like, huh? You click it, and it's just like you've ordered 3, and you're like, wait, no, I just wanted to look at it. And they're like, sorry, should have read the term and user license agreement.
What do I want with 3 Tyrannocytes? These are terrible. They look like something you put in your butt.
They got Worky. He's like a little cartoon eagle, and he's like, oh, sorry about your order, friend. It's Worky the Eagle. Worky the Eagle.
Is that like Clippy, where he's just like, I see you're looking at Tyranids?
No, it's Worky the Eagle. He's the Games Workshop mascot.
Oh, okay.
He looks like that. He's the clearly Nazi symbol they have for their logo, but he's a little cartooned version of it. So he's much more kid friendly and rounded. Not so many hard edges.
Not so many hard edges. Good old Hitler mustache.
Yeah, of course.
Oh man, if we don't get that DMC right soon, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to get one before this company folds.
We're never going to get one.
All right. But yeah, that's the thing.
You need to start buying their things and saying the rules.
Yeah, it's a free site, but it's kind of just like, it's the same shit you get on the website, and if you want to get like previews of shit, you go to Bowls, or you go to Fayette, or you go to Tabletop Gaming News, or
Tutugan.
You go see the polar bear got on his site and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's dumb. But apparently from what I hear, I don't think this is rumor. I think this is official now. GW is really ramping up the release schedule, so a lot more shit's going to be getting released. So I don't know. Take that or leave it for what you will. But there's I think this is.
Have you heard about the mashing of the armies in fantasy?
Yeah, there's no more armies anymore.
Yeah, they're just going to mash them into the sides.
Yeah.
Is that official?
No, but that's what I hear.
Okay.
I haven't. There's nothing official on fantasy yet.
Okay.
Because I think right now they're just like, well, we're not making any money on fantasy, so bleh, here you go. Okay, so you had some. You had.
That would be the fucking worst thing ever.
Well, yeah, duh. That's what I've been saying.
No,
it's like 6th edition.
Fantasy's already really bad. King's War 2nd edition, though.
I heard that,
exciting.
yeah. They're doing a Kickstarter for it. It's just a rulebook, though?
Yeah, tiny little Kickstarter for the rulebook, and then if like the only stretch goals are like ludicrously super high, and if they get to those, that's going to be the 2 armies they don't have figures for.
Oh, cool.
So they're like the goal. They were like, the goal of this Kickstarter is not to generate a whole bunch of money and like get people to buy a bunch of minis. The goal of this Kickstarter is to get this rulebook printed and into people's hands. If enough people want this other stuff, though, that's fine. We can do that too.
What I want to do is
they're calling it a mini kick. Mini kick.
When Games Workshop finally drops the license to Lord of the Rings, I want me and you to start a Game Classy Kickstarter so that we can get the license to Lord of the Rings and put out a way better version of War of the Ring.
Yes.
Or an updated version of War of the Ring.
I'm in.
Yeah. Everything will be made of super cheap, shitty plastic, but we'll just put it out on the market for like super cheap. Just like we'll make no profit on it. We just want to break even on everything. Just keep pushing it out in the market, like just so we could play fucking War of the Ring.
What you could do is you could do it like board game style, like you know Battle Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't fucking say, "Do you know Battle Masters?" to me. I have 4 sets of it in my house.
Why the fuck do you have 4 sets of Battle Masters? What's wrong with you?
I needed to make 4 giant like territories with the mats.
B, you have a problem.
Duh.
C, yeah, that was my idea. Like you just go, so you have dwarves versus orcs in one big box.
Yeah.
And you have elves versus spiders and bats in one big box. And then you go. You have War of the Ring. So when you want to buy a War of the Ring army, you offer the entire army by itself or in a 2-pack with a discount, so you can buy it with a friend. So it'll be like, hey, Joe, let's start playing War of the Ring. I want to play dwarves. Do you want to play goblins? And you'd be like, sure. And we'd be like, great. We buy this 2-pack.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be you would have dwarves and goblins and humans and elves in the other box.
Why would humans be versing elves?
I don't know.
It's a versing.
Elves suck.
No, it's got to be a versing thing. So you can do,
you could still put
you do humans versus orcs.
Well, you
or
got
humans versus Uruk-hai.
You got to remember
and
that
then-
originally the Battle of 5 Armies was elves, humans, and dwarves. Elves and humans versus elves versus humans versus dwarves. All 3 of them were fighting each other.
No, the elves and the humans were teamed up against the dwarves.
Well, yeah. So then maybe that could be the other box is that. And then the goblins came down, and then the fucking eagles come down.
Well, yeah.
Fucking
but
Don Henley and shit singing Hotel California.
Just saying. Hotel California. God damn it. Leaving it up at the Hotel California.
Such a lovely place.
Such a lovely place.
Such a lovely place.
Such a lovely place. Like my Jamaican guy?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Right by the beach, boy.
That's actually one of my favorite movie moments with music attached to it. Like rock song movie moments is that scene in Lebowski where they start playing
He's like, I fucking hate the Eagles, man.
Yeah, no, where they're playing the mariachi version. I don't remember who does it, but it's
Wasn't that Tito and the Tarantulas?
It might have been Tito and the Tarantulas, but it's no, I don't think it was Tito and the Tarantulas. But they do I think it might be actually be Los Lobos. But they do it and
Los Lonely Boys.
Yeah. And they have that's where the Jesus does the where he does the dance,
the ball shimmy.
Yeah, that's the best fucking part of that movie.
I want someone to,
or not the best part of that movie, but that's like one of the greatest rock and roll moments.
One of the things I wanted to do, but I know no one who looks anything like DeJesus.
Yeah,
because I wanted someone to dress as DeJesus, and I was going to dress as Liam, and we were just going to walk around with the ball chamois, and I just need him to go, Liam and me, we're going to fuck you up.
We're gonna fuck you up.
I'll be shammying the ball.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty great.
Yeah, but no, So anyway, that's the point of Hotel California with the Eagles. The Eagles come in, and then it's a whole thing. All right, so let's talk some Fantasy Flight. Some
Fug.
Fug.
So 2 things. First,
Yep.
Game of Thrones LCG. Second edition. That's a pretty big deal. They haven't done a second edition of any of their LCGs before. And this is the first. So I don't actually know what that's going to mean. I don't know if it's invalidating the other stuff or
because they have a lot of fucking sets for that.
There's a fucking ass shit ton.
There's ass shit.
I'm guessing that
Steve got like choked up on like spit when he was talking.
I'm
about
guessing
that.
it is going to be a reset.
Yeah.
So it's going to be second edition. They're probably going to do like Magic has like a legacy format where they have like you can use all the other Game of Thrones cards and then they're going to just go second edition forward.
Yeah,
which makes sense because like nobody new is getting into the Game of Thrones card game because of the
sheer amount of
overwhelming amount of cards.
I mean,
speaking of the overwhelming amount of cards, the other changes they're making to their LCGs is they're going to start rotating LCG sets, like how Magic rotates.
Yeah.
And the way it's going to work is they release the set in blocks. A block is 6 packs. It's 5 little packs and 1 big pack, generally. Mm-hmm. They're setting it up so that when the 8th block comes out, it pushes the first 2 blocks out. So when it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 go away, and then you start the count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 go away, and then each time they hit the 8th set, it's going to start just pushing 2 sets out. So that is good. So it's I think it's basically every 4 years. It's either every 2 or 4 years. They're going to push 2 blocks out, which is 12 total products which will keep the game moving, and that's a strictly good thing. There's actual no downside to that for multiple reasons. One of my biggest complaints about Netrunner was how stale it was, because the best stuff is discovered very, very quickly, and for the entirety of the first block and a half, the best decks did not change. Even a little bit, because it just be like, oh, hey, this new set came out, and be like, all right, well, what does it have? Like, well, it's got this card for the best deck. Really? It's got this card to boost the best deck, huh? Like, yeah. What does it also have? It's got this card for a new archetype that's really shitty. All right, I'll just take the best deck card. Thank you. And just like, you keep the same decks. You just play Criminal, House Bioroid, never do any change. So with the fact they're going to be starting rotating, so they're going to start designing sets with rotations in mind. You know, that's pretty good. And then, of course, the other important part, new players. Like we were just talking about with the Game of Thrones. Like, if you wanted to get into Netrunner right now, you need to buy a fuck ton of cards.
Yeah, I mean, that was always my thing. Is like, I'd like to get into Game of Thrones, but by the time I got interested in the card game from Fantasy Flight, if they were already on like, well, this is our 40th deck, I was just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, so second edition is perfect for you.
Yeah, but maybe I'm kind of... I'm good with the games I got going right now. I don't think I need to add anything else.
Slow down there.
Okay.
There's no way I could add another game. I'm over in St. Cloud. I can't add that much product.
Oh yeah. So those are the two things for Fantasy Flight?
Yeah, that's a big Fantasy Flight.
So this
news.
is actually...
and there's Imperial Assault. That's coming for...
that looks so bad. Well, they got a new Star Wars game, too. They're doing another card game, like single contained set card game for Star Wars.
You mean the LCG?
Yeah.
That's already out.
I know, but they're doing something... No, it's not the LCG. It's another self-contained set, I think.
Armada?
No, not Armada. I don't remember. I'd have to look at it and maybe a report on next time. Fucking Armada. When is that going to fucking come out? I'm aching for Armada. I want to give it a try.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't.
I know you won't.
I refuse.
I'm not asking you to.
Good.
You don't want to play with Moncal cruisers just so the entire time you could be like...
Only if I could fly them directly into a sun. Like, it's a trap! Oh no, it's a sun! Then they explode and die.
Then they explode and die. All right. Well, I wanted to talk about some...
I don't see how people are into... I don't see how people can get super into, like, Star Wars games, like, tabletop-wise. Because the Empire shit is so much better than anything the Rebels have. Like, not even not talking like in the lore, like how much more powerful it is, but like just the
cool
aesthetics.
Looking? Yeah,
like the Rebel ships look like misshapen dildo turds, like awful, terrible designs. The only Rebel ship that looks even remotely close to good is none of them.
I like the medical frigate. It's kind of cool looking ship.
The thing that looks like a machine gun, with the two hanging down things. It looks like you could grab it and use it as a machine gun. Fuck that thing.
Oh,
all of the Rebel ships are shit. The X-wings, I guess, are okay, but they're just fucking planes. They're not. They're not their entire gimmick is the fact that their wings split open for some reason.
I get I get exactly what you're doing, but I think part of the problem is that Star Wars was never originally designed to be like. Now, who was I talking to about this? Oh, I was talking about Harry Potter with my wife about this. Part of the reason, because I've been reading World of Ice and Fire, the Song of Ice and Fire book that they just released, where they give like a shit ton of background information. It's written by Gurm, so it's all in canon. But
or is it like an appendices?
Kind of. It's like this massive book, and it's fun, but it's dry. So it's But the whole thing is that everything in Song of Ice and Fire works in that universe. It's designed to work in that universe. It's like everything in there follows the rules of his universe. And that's why I like that series so much. With Star Wars was never designed for everything to work in that universe. It was because it was before that time when people demanded that shit. It's just pulpy adventure, science fiction stuff. And so you have stuff where they try to make a game out of it, where it's Empires versus Rebels. It doesn't work because none of the stuff was designed to work in the environment in which it takes place. You can't have that because the Rebels were never actually designed to take on a star fleet. It doesn't work like that. So I mean that's part of the thing. And then people tried to make it so it works. So they design canon around that. And then George Lucas says, "Oh, that canon doesn't really exist.
That doesn't count. With the power of myth, I dispel your complaints."
Didn't they just announce the title of the new one? It's like Rise of the Force or something like that.
Oh, the 7th one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be super excited about it if it's the Thrawn trilogy. If it's not, I don't really fucking care.
Not.
No, then I don't care.
But apparently, from what I hear, Luke Skywalker is supposedly this crazy old like hermit Jedi who like can't control the Force anymore, so he's all like fucking crazy. That sounded pretty cool to me, at least.
Whatever. It's Star Wars. Who cares?
It's Star Wars. So anyway, going on from that, I've had. So I've had the best fucking 2 weeks of D&D collecting I think I've had since I started collecting like 2 or 3 years ago. Getting like all the old stuff again, all the second
People are
edition
probably
stuff.
dumping their vintage stuff.
It's got to be either because 5th is so good. Well, that's the only reason I could think it could be is that 5th is so good that people are just okay. I don't need this shit anymore.
That's why I'm dumping mine.
Yeah, I mean, I like it because the collecting. I've just gotten so much good shit from used bookstores and everything like that. I actually, because I was early to come into your house, I stopped by one of the local places and I got these 3. These are
half-priced booksos.
Yeah, these are just AD&D First Edition.
Finally. Dungeon Land.
Well, Dungeon Land is amazing because that's Alice in Wonderland that you could play in for D&D.
Dungeon Land, the land beyond the magic mirror. Oh, and the original Tomb of Horrors.
Well, that's the second printing of the original Tomb of Horrors.
This is for the advanced D&D game.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's 2 technical modules.
Look at that.
It's got the tomb.
Hey, this belongs to. Oh man, look, it's even dated. July 1st, 82. Looks like Jason Becker. Looks like we've got your books now, Mr. Becker.
I've got the tomb now, Mr. Becker.
Tomb of Horrors is good stuff. This tiny little dungeon is the most ball crunching thing ever.
I know, it's fucking insane. I want to run it. I have returned to the Tomb of Horrors for a second.
You need to get a bunch of pre-gen characters because otherwise everyone's just gonna die. Like, do not bring made characters to the Tomb of Horrors. It's a bad idea. This was designed by Gary Gygax to kill players.
Yeah,
because DMs were complaining that players are basically whining babies about their characters.
Well, yeah, it says right on this module was originally used for the official Advanced Dungeons & Dragons tournament at Origins 1. The author wishes to thank Mr. Alan Lucian for his kind enough to submit some of his ideas for this dungeon. I love that because I guarantee you this Alan Lucian, whoever he is, I don't know particularly who he is, but I'm sure it's probably something like, it's like, this stuff is really easy. I think you need to make it harder here. Rocks should fall and kill people.
Well, The Land Beyond the Magic Mirror is also from Jason Becker.
Yeah, there was a
You should look him up on Facebook and see if he likes Game Classy.
I hope we hear. But yeah, this is some cool stuff. I just picked these up because these were specifically written by Gary Gygax. So I wanted to pick them
Woods
up.
of trees and giant fungi.
Yeah, those 2 are based off Alice in Wonderland, which is kind of cool.
The giant puffball toadstool.
It's not cool because it's actually kind of a shitty module, but it's
It kind of blows, actually. I'm not lying.
There's some highlighting going on in here too.
Yeah.
The pool inhabitants. Nice.
But I want to show you.
You know, this adventure was used.
I want to show you.
I like that.
The coolest thing that I picked up, though.
Okay.
And it's part of a game we are going to play, and I think I want to make this a regular
Is
feature.
Is the Omega virus?
This is going to be a regular feature on Game Classy for until I get tired of it. But
the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons trivia game. That's pretty fucking hype.
Unpunched, mind you.
Unpunched, man.
But it does come with the box of question cards, leveled for difficulty from 1 to 5.
Man, you're gonna crush me. I've not been reading my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and I believe you have.
Well, no, but I'm going to play the Quizmaster.
Okay.
And you are going to have to answer these 5 questions.
Oh, I get to choose a class? Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna be this warrior angel by Brahm. Bam. That's my character. I'm playing that character.
Okay, you're playing the warrior angel of Brahm.
Yeah,
I think that's what we will call you.
That Brahm did that one. That's one of the toys that I've always wanted them to do in Dark Age, but they've never done that one.
They've never done that one.
No. Oh man, look at all these fucking. There's like.
And it's all unpunched.
What the fuck?
It's fucking tight.
What kind of game is this?
It's a trivia game, but I don't,
why are there classes? All right,
I don't
whatever.
know.
I've selected my warrior class.
Okay,
give it on.
It doesn't really matter your warrior class, but that's just your character.
Yeah, that's my character.
Right. So the way we're going to play this is that we're going to increase the level. So we're going to start with a level 1 card.
Okay.
Okay. And then if you get this, if you can beat level 5, you win champion of the world for 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's what you win.
I see. So I get champion of the cosmos.
You're playing the house, and
Okay.
as we know,
The house always wins.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So, unless Jeffrey writes here, and he's like, Steve, we're willing to back you.
Yeah, maybe he'll show up and be like, I'm bleeding chips. I'm bleeding tokens.
All right.
I don't have any more NPCs.
So the first one is relatively easy.
Lore ones. I'll tell you. I'll make this caveat. If they're lore based, I'm gonna get shit on.
No, they're not really lore based. Okay. How about? Okay.
I need to know why there are these like special things. Tournament team play. Man.
Let's find
Stopwatch play, cutthroat play.
Okay, here's a
penalize
great
players for wrong
easy
answers.
one for you, okay?
All right.
So, chance of spell failure is a function of which basic ability? Intelligence, wisdom, charisma, or dexterity?
That would be intelligence.
B, wisdom. Wisdom, sir.
Is
So
this
you
second
lose.
ed?
Yeah, this is second ed.
Oh.
So already you've lost, Steve.
Oh, well.
I'll give you another gimme on that one. Okay, which PC class is immune to disease? Druid, Ranger, Paladin, or Cleric?
Paladin.
The answer is C, Paladin. You've won the first round.
Yay.
Ding, 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 ding. So I guarantee you there's someone fucking screaming at the radio listening to this. It's fucking Paladin!
Well, that's why I said Paladin.
Okay, oh, here's the follow-up Paladin question. True or false?
I could have picked monster. Man, I really dropped the ball.
True or false? Or, I guess yes or no
Okay.
would be better. Can a Paladin be turned by an evil cleric?
Yes.
Ding,
Absolutely.
ding, 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 ding. Yes. So you've advanced to round 3, Steve.
Sick.
Okay, this is where it gets harder. Okay. A thief can wear only one type of metal armor. What is it?
It's chain. It's
Okay.
light chain. Half chain.
Oh, you're close. I might give this to you because this is your first game. The answer is elven chain.
Elven chain. That's what it
Elven
was.
chain. Elven chain. But you were close enough that I'm going to let you advance to level 4. This is where
Not gonna lie, the best thing about this is the fucking ads.
this is
They're so
okay.
sweet.
So this sounds like a fucking ACT question.
Okay.
Okay. Bertrand the Basher has specialized in the use of a mace.
Okay.
Danzar the Deer Hunter has specialized in the use of a bow. Bertrand gains a combat bonus that Danzar does not. What is that bonus?
The dude who gets the dude who has the bow is gaining the bonus that the other one does not.
No, the guy who has the mace
Is gaining a bonus that the other one does not.
Yeah, what's that bonus?
Damage.
You are correct. Bonus to damage.
I was gonna say because but a ranged guy wouldn't get an extra bonus. What kind of fucking question is this?
All right, so last one. This is for Championship of the Universe, though you technically did get the first level 1 question incorrect. All right.
Well, give you a redo. Give me a redo. I got a mulligan.
You got a mulligan.
That's why one caveat to this contest is I want one mulligan each time.
Okay. Geraldo, this is for level 5. Geraldo has a rope use proficiency. Currently, he's in a tight spot. His hands are bound and held with a knot. How does his proficiency affect his chance to escape?
I don't think I understand how to answer it, but he would get a bonus to his check, to his saving throw, to get rid of the rope. I don't know how to word that.
I'm not going to give it to you because it's technically he does not get a bonus.
How does his rope proficiency? The DC is lowered.
How much? If you could get to me how much it's lowered, I will give this to you.
These are proficiency. It should be lowered. It should be lowered by 5.
Oh, so close. It's lowered by 6, Steve. It's lowered by 6.
Fuck.
Well, thank you for playing.
Is that what it is? That the answer is the check is lowered by 6?
Makes a successful ability check with a -6 penalty.
Okay.
He can free himself.
Okay. That's why I couldn't figure out how to answer that.
You did pretty well on that.
I was off by 1.
You were off by 1. But that's yes. So hopefully we will be playing the AD&D level 2.
That's pretty exciting. This is pretty awesome. Did you find this at the Half Price Bookstore too?
No, I actually found this at Games Plus. I had to blow through a bunch of funny money I had there, so I was like, I saw it there and I was like, I must have this for the podcast.
It's pretty awesome.
Steve's going through the rule set. He's like, how do you actually play this game?
You take turns answering questions, starting with the player who won the draw. Here's what happens in a turn. When it's your turn to play, state which level you wish to answer, so you get to pick each time. Yeah. And then most level 1 questions are multiple choice. Tip. The player to your right asks as the QM. They draw a chosen level card.
I am the quiz master.
You must answer the question reasonably quickly. There is no formal time limit. Players may use a stopwatch and establish a limit if they'd like. However, you may ask the QM to repeat the question once or twice, but the total time to answer remains the same.
I'm gonna be.
If you cannot answer or your answer is wrong, your turn is over.
When we play this game from now on, I want to be referred to only as Quizmaster.
If your answer is correct, reach into the skull pool without looking and draw 1 marker for each level of your question. Example: if you answer a level 3 question correctly, draw 3 skull markers at random, and then you look at each marker drawn one at a time. If a marker shows an opponent's character class, that opponent has been wounded. Place the marker skull side up on the appropriate player's card. If 2 opponents have the same character class, you must choose between them. If you draw a marker showing your own character class, you may use that marker to heal a wound.
What's the fucking point of all this?
So this is a combat-based trivia game. As soon as you get 6 markers, you're dead.
This is Steve's bread and butter right here. It's like I can kick out. I can just make a player out of a trivia game.
You can eliminate players from the trivia games. That's what these tokens are for.
Yeah, they're my unpunched tokens. So be careful with that.
That's fun. You punch that shit out. Come on.
No,
you got to play this game for realsies.
For real, I don't know enough about second ed to be able to answer these questions.
Could you have answered the questions that I did?
I could have answered the first 3. I couldn't. The fourth when it gets into like that stuff, that's DM stuff, and I never DM'd that, so I don't really. I couldn't do that if I tried.
Fuck, -6. Damn it!
You were so close to being king of the known universe.
It's actually the hardest thing with the trivia questions for this is like going through my mind palace, and like it's just covered in fucking rule books for different editions and different games, and I'm just like, wait, it should be no, wait, it was only +3 in first edition. Fuck.
Yes. So there you go on that one. So we'll have some fun.
This is fantastic.
There. I know
you got to make this happen.
Well, I will. We'll play this every week.
I want people to come by and try and challenge the advanced Dungeons and Dragons trivia.
It's like fucking when you play Pat at the street fighting games that you play like some obscure Japanese street fighting game, and then you get so excited that you beat him at a game that only you play.
Lots of people play them.
Well, I'm just saying in general. So anyway, that's about it for this week. Go to planetarbitrary.com for all your Planet Arbitrary needs.
Dude, this catalog is the shit.
You could follow me on Twitter at Planet Arbitrary. You could follow Steve at GameClassy. Like our Facebook page. Go there. We can talk about stuff. I can even challenge you to some Dungeons and Dragons trivia, maybe, and put some cards up there on that. The best thing you can do to support us is you go to iTunes and you could like, comment, and subscribe to our iTunes channel. That puts us up in the rankings. We were actually, Steve, we were actually number 10 on the What's Hot chart the other day.
What?
Yeah.
On what?
On iTunes.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like the top podcast. It's like the What's Hot thing. I was very excited. But for
which dude in a suit did you give a handy to?
But it was
must have not been too high up.
Yeah. It was only for other games. So it's the non-video games section. So we're lumped in there with poker and Pikmin, or not Pikmin. What's the thing?
Pikmin. That's a video game.
I know. But it's not. That's not what I was talking about. The fucking. Whatever, man. Digimon. Fuck them.
Digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Don't forget to listen to Play On as well.
Yeah, listen,
and follow them on Twitter. They're on Play On Podcast, and you can follow Pat's Retro Game Reviews.
Why are you giving them this thing?
They always plug us. You got to plug them.
I don't want to plug anybody.
I'll plug
you.
I've already plugged you. You'll be giving the Golden Train trophy back to me.
Woo woo. Okay.
This is the best thing about this box, though. This catalog, the 1991 fall catalog for Dungeons and Dragons TSR.
Yeah.
Holy shit! This is the best thing ever.
Did I tell you when I was...
Top 10 quote unquote must-haves. Number 1, Spelljammer box set.
Ah, Spelljammer. Spelljammer.
Spelljammer is a property I'm surprised they didn't make into a cartoon show.
Well, that's what I say. It's like the show is a fucking 80s cartoon. It needs an 80s cartoon theme song.
Yeah.
like
Dinosaurs! Dinosaurs! Awesome Ted Rex, he's a dinosaur! He's also a centaur! Dinosaurs!
half man, half dinosaur, the Dinosaurs.
Half man, half dinosaur, half horse. They are the Dinosaurs. Come from outer space. They're followed by the terrible Grago. I'll get you, Ted Rex. An evil corporate despot who wants to capture the Dinosaurs and display them in his home like a zoo.
It's him looking at a cage, and it's just like it says
empty. It says 4 dinosaurs.
No, it's like
he's got a fucking pinstripe suit on with fucking like leopard print tie and smoking a cigar. Yeah, it's good stuff.
And like for Spelljammers, it'd be like it would have to start off like it would start off with the theme song would start off with a narration like, in the mystical world of Greyhawk, 6 mages stumbled upon something that would change their lives. And it's like all of a sudden you see a spaceship blasting off in outer space, and it'll be like,
you could actually just rip off the entirety of the Ulysses theme song,
probably,
for Ulysses, and instead of saying Ulysses, you just say Spelljammer. So it's like Spelljammer, Spelljammer, going through the galaxies.
Yeah, something like that.
Spelljammers, no one else can do the things you do. Yeah,
yeah, pretty much. See, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, so
and it even has the intro thing where it's like, you've betrayed me.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, like our go to iTunes,
like everybody's Facebook page, like everyone's Twitters.
Yeah, all that fun stuff. Comment on tabletop gaming news. I'm actually kind of glad at the positive response we got about for the Lovecraft thing. The only thing I was really worried about, because I really don't give a shit what most people think, but I was worried. I was like, people are gonna fucking hate this. But apparently, it's gotten mostly positive response. So we might do something similar in the future if someone could give me an idea of like if something that they would want that would be similar. We could do the short stories of Philip K. Dick. Those are in public domain. Dick.
Did you see that they ruled almost all of Arthur Conan Doyle's shit is public domain?
Yeah, well, everywhere except the U.S. it already is. So, yeah, but we're not gonna be reading any of like that, like fucking study and Scarlet.
Well, no, I wasn't doing it for that. It was because it was for the estate was trying to sue someone for making a Sherlock thing.
Yeah,
and the judge basically was like, so actually, what happened is you've just been asking people for money that they don't actually have to pay you.
Yeah,
which I mean, I guess is fine, but they don't have to pay you.
Copyright stuff like that bugs me because it's like, you didn't actually do any of the work. Your father did, or your grandfather did all the work. You didn't do shit.
Then you should probably talk to 75% of the 1% in our country.
Well, no shit. Yeah, I'm not arguing, but especially copyright, because that bugs the fuck out of me, because I know these people put a lot of like effort and writing and into doing this stuff. But it's like when it's your grandfather who didn't do, and you're not doing shit because you're trying to mooch off your grandfather's legacy. Fuck you. That's my way of looking at that. So look forward to our audiobook reading of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Red-Headed Club.
The Hounds of the Dixtervilles.
Dixtervilles. All right.
Oh, man, number 3 Ravenloft box set. This is kind of my favorite thing ever.
So what are we going to... So do I have anything else that I need to talk about? I need to plug or talk about things?
World of Greyhawk campaign.
World of Greyhawk campaign. You hate Greyhawk. So, Steve, until next time...
Spelljammer is the fucking best.
No, it's not.
Sure.
Game classy.